Late-night shows are known for wild moments, but sometimes celebrities take things to a whole new level, leaving even the hosts speechless. From hilarious slip-ups to jaw-dropping confessions, these on-air moments are unforgettable. Ready to relive some of the craziest talk show moments ever? Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Madonna, 1994.
Madonna.
I'm only here because it wasn't a Knicks game. Don't get excited.
Why don't you go out there and kiss that gentleman in the audience?
Why are you so obsessed with my sex life?
I mean, that is a mega fan. Come on, just give him a little kiss.
I can't. He's not tall enough.
Madonna's 1994 appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman is widely regarded as one of the most controversial interviews in late-night history. Known for pushing boundaries, Madonna walked onto the stage with a mischievous grin, immediately setting the tone for what would become an unforgettable exchange. From the start, it was clear this wouldn't be a typical interview. She ignored Letterman's playful attempts at small talk, instead steering the conversation into increasingly awkward territory. What made the segment so shocking was not just her use of the F-word 14 times on live television, a record at the time, but how surprising and unexpected she acted. She taunted Letterman, waved a pair of lacy underwear at him, and even challenged him to smell them, leaving the host visibly uncomfortable. Despite his years of experience handling tricky guests, Letterman struggled to keep the interview on track, his usual sharp wit clashing with Madonna's defiance. At one point, she accused him of being obsessed with her sex life, turning the power dynamic of the interview completely on its head. The audience, torn between laughter and disbelief, watched as the interview spiraled into chaos. Madonna's performance that night became a defining moment in her career. A deliberate attempt to shock, provoke, and challenge the norms of TV interviews. That moment blew up way bigger than anyone expected. The media went crazy over it, and CBS had to jump in and put out warnings about her language. Honestly, that just made the whole thing even more of a big deal. Everyone was talking about it everywhere, on social media, on the news, even in casual conversations. Jennifer Aniston, 1998.
Fantastic leg. You can only wear that if you have lovely well-shaped, muscular, lengthy, lovely legs. And what is that? Is that like? Are we wearing culottes or what?
They're shorts.
Shorts. Is it really hot out there?
It's actually, it's that wonderful springtime in New York.
Nice to see you again. How you doing?
Nice to see you. I'm really good.
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Some late-night moments are so awkward they stick in your mind for years, and Jennifer Aniston's 1998 appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman is one of those moments. At the height of her Friends fame, Aniston walked onto Letterman's stage looking stunning in a sleek, short black outfit, ready for the usual playful back and forth. But things got weird fast. Letterman, for some reason, seemed fixated on her legs, tossing out awkward compliments that felt more uncomfortable than charming. Aniston, clearly a bit thrown, tried to play along with polite laughter, but you could tell the vibe was off. Then came the moment that made this interview truly infamous. Without any warning, Letterman leaned over, reached across his desk, grabbed a small strand of Aniston's hair, and put it in his mouth. Yeah, you read that right. He actually sucked on her hair. The audience's nervous laughter filled the studio as Aniston leaned back, eyes wide in shock, clearly unsure how to react. Letterman, perhaps realizing he had crossed a line, quickly handed her a tissue to wipe her hair, which she took with a shaky smile. She forced a laugh, trying to brush off the uncomfortable moment, but the awkwardness hung in the air. The audience, still buzzing from the bizarre moment, laughed along, unsure whether to cringe or clap. Letterman, perhaps realizing he had pushed too far, awkwardly tried to shift the conversation back to her movie, scrambling to recover the interview's original tone. Sophie Turner, 2019.
Okay, and how much time do I get? Just go?
Not much time.
Well,
5 seconds. 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 5 seconds.
When Sophie Turner showed up on Conan in 2019 to talk about Dark Phoenix, things got wild real quick. Sophie, who's known for being funny and pretty chill, brought along this crazy drinking game called Tequila Slaps that she and her co-stars used to play on set. The game sounds simple but intense. One person takes a shot of tequila, and before swallowing, the other person slaps them right on the face. Conan looked a bit nervous, but totally game to try it. Sophie poured a shot and got Conan ready for the slap. The audience was buzzing, waiting to see how this would go down. Conan tilted his head back, took the shot, and Sophie hit him with a pretty solid slap. Conan stumbled a little, surprised by how hard it was, and the crowd lost it with laughs and cheers. You could tell Conan was caught off guard, but he quickly grinned like the pro he is and kept things rolling. But that wasn't all. After the slap, Sophie joked around about the whole thing, asking Conan if he was okay and if she hit too hard. Conan laughed it off and made a few funny remarks about how he might need a rematch, or maybe some kind of tequila protection next time. Sophie and Conan kept the energy up, sharing stories about the crazy times on the Dark Phoenix set and how the game started as a way to blow off steam during filming. The whole interview was full of laughs, unexpected moments, and just pure fun. Sophie's playful vibe mixed perfectly with Conan's laid-back style, making the show a blast to watch. It was definitely one of those episodes where you never knew what would happen next, and honestly, that slap was just the start. Drew Barrymore, 1995.
Look at that, man. Remember the night Morley Safer was here, pulled the same thing?
In 1995, Drew Barrymore gave The Late Show with David Letterman one of its most unforgettable moments. At the time, Barrymore was shaking off her image as a troubled child star, transforming into a free-spirited, edgy actress. She appeared on the show to promote her latest projects, but what happened that night became a legendary late-night TV moment. Barrymore, just 20 years old, was in a playful and unpredictable mood, radiating the energy of someone fully embracing her newfound independence. During the interview, she surprised everyone by climbing onto Letterman's desk, a bold move that immediately drew gasps and cheers from the audience. Then, in a completely unexpected twist, she performed a spontaneous dance, flashing the host in a move that left him genuinely stunned. Letterman, known for his cool, sarcastic demeanor, was visibly flustered, covering his face as the crowd erupted in applause and laughter. It was a brief but shocking moment that captured Barrymore's wild spirit and cemented her status as a Hollywood rebel. The clip became an instant classic, replayed countless times over the years as one of those rare, unplanned TV moments that still sparks conversation. For Barrymore, it was a bold statement, a way of shedding her past and showing the world she was back and ready to take on Hollywood on her own terms. Sofia Vergara, 2014.
Sofia Vergara, has anyone checked for a penis?
In 2014, Sofia Vergara appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live for a segment that perfectly showcased her quick wit and fiery personality. As part of the show, Vergara and Kimmel took turns reading harsh tweets and internet comments about themselves, a popular bit that often leads to hilarious, if slightly uncomfortable moments. As they sat side by side, Kimmel read a particularly mean tweet suggesting that Vergara, known for her thick Colombian accent and vibrant on-screen persona, might have a penis. Without missing a beat, Vergara reacted with playful outrage, her eyes widening in mock disbelief. She then leaned over and gave Kimmel a light but firm slap on the arm, drawing a mix of gasps and laughter from the audience. Rather than letting the comment slide, Vergara fired back with a sharp, on-the-spot comeback that left Kimmel momentarily speechless and the audience roaring with approval. But that wasn't the only awkward or hilarious time Sophia made late-night history. A few years earlier, at the 2011 People's Choice Awards, Sophia found herself in an unexpectedly funny situation when her acceptance speech was interrupted by her own pet chihuahua, who suddenly jumped onto the stage. Sophia, ever graceful, quickly scooped up the little dog while keeping her cool, turning what could have been an embarrassing moment into something charming and memorable. Fans loved how natural and down-to-earth she was, even amid the chaos of live TV. Aubrey Plaza, 2016.
It's a beautiful dress.
This old thing?
Stop doing that. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Thanks for being here.
Yep.
No,
You're
no,
welcome.
yup is not the correct
know.
response.
Oh, God. Oh,
Thanks
here
for
we
being here. Yep. Aubrey, we're big fans of...
One tiny pea from my dress.
Oh, a little bead came off. Look at that.
Yep.
Rip another one off for Andy. I think it's the least you can do.
If there's one person you can always count on to bring some chaotic energy to a talk show, it's Aubrey Plaza. When she appeared on Conan in 2016, the Parks and Recreation star didn't just sit down for a typical chat. She brought her signature weirdness along for the ride. Dressed in a striking white dress with a daring, unconventional design, Plaza walked onto the stage with the kind of unpredictable energy that makes hosts sweat a little. The dress itself, with its bold, almost sculptural design, was a conversation starter. But what happened next really sealed this moment in late-night history. At one point, Plaza casually reached up and adjusted her dress in a way that was more suggestive than most guests would dare, throwing the normally unflappable Conan completely off his game. The audience burst into nervous laughter, unsure whether to laugh or cringe, while Conan, visibly flustered, struggled to keep the conversation on track. Plaza, unfazed, kept a straight face, leaning into the awkwardness and making the whole moment feel like one long, brilliantly uncomfortable joke. Anne Hathaway, 2012.
Wardrobe malfunction the other night. What's the lesson learned from something like that, other than that you keep smiling, which you always do?
Well, it was obviously an unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
I think it kind of made me sad on two accounts. One was that I was very sad that we live in an age when someone takes a picture of another person in a vulnerable moment and rather than delete it and do the decent thing, sells it.
Sometimes, the awkwardness of a talk show moment comes not from the guest, but from the host's bad judgment. And that's exactly what happened during Anne Hathaway's 2012 appearance on The Today Show. Hathaway, fresh off her intense Oscar-winning performance in Les Miserables, was there to talk about her grueling role. But the conversation quickly took a strange turn. Just days before, Hathaway had been photographed exiting her car at a movie premiere, accidentally revealing more than intended. The photos, snapped by lurking paparazzi, quickly went viral, sparking headlines and online chatter. Instead of focusing on her impressive performance, host Matt Lauer decided to kick things off by referencing the incident, greeting Hathaway with a comment that felt more tabloid than talk show. Hathaway, clearly caught off guard, managed to keep her composure, but the shift in tone was palpable. Rather than letting the moment derail the interview, she took the opportunity to highlight the invasive nature of celebrity culture, gracefully turning the conversation away from her wardrobe mishap and toward a more thoughtful discussion about privacy and respect. It was a classy, composed response to a cringe-worthy situation, reminding everyone that even in the most uncomfortable moments, some stars know exactly how to keep their cool. Dakota Johnson, 2018.
Oh, it's good Good to see you, Dakota.
It's good to see you too.
You look fantastic. Did you try that on before you, do you want a blanket or anything?
Sorry.
Here, let's put that right there.
Okay.
Oh. There you go.
I have this crazy fake tattoo on my arm, and I didn't know that it was going to show in this outfit.
It does. It does. That's the least of your concern right now is that.
Sometimes a talk show interview turns awkward in the blink of an eye, and Dakota Johnson's 2018 appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show is a perfect example. Johnson, known for her dry, deadpan humor, strolled onto Ellen's set in a sharp black blazer and pants, ready for a fun chat. But things quickly took a weird turn when Ellen brought up a rumor about Johnson being pregnant. The speculation started after photos from Johnson's birthday party surfaced, showing pink and blue balloons, which many took as a gender reveal hint. Ellen, probably expecting a light-hearted moment, decided to press the issue, but Johnson wasn't having it. She shot back with a sarcastic, cutting response that instantly changed the tone of the interview. And if that wasn't enough, Ellen had also made a joke about Johnson's outfit being a bit revealing, handing her a tissue as a playful but slightly awkward gesture. Johnson, without missing a beat, dramatically placed the tissue over her thighs, playing along but clearly signaling that she wasn't here for uncomfortable jokes. The moment left Ellen a bit flustered, struggling to regain control of the conversation, while Johnson sat back, perfectly calm and collected, clearly amused by the chaos she had just created. Johnson has developed a knack for turning uncomfortable moments into iconic ones. Even her red carpet interviews are often sprinkled with dry, matter-of-fact responses that catch people off guard. She's the type of celebrity who can throw a perfectly timed eye roll or sarcastic one-liner that leaves everyone else scrambling to catch up, making her a standout in a sea of overly polished Hollywood small talk. It's no doubt these wild moments keep late-night shows fun to watch. If you liked this, hit like and subscribe for more. What's your favorite awkward celeb moment? Tell us below in the comments. We will see you in our next video.